few months ago, when the annual nuptial flight of the common or garden black ant Lasius niger took place here in July, I collected a number of queens. Now, you've seen these queens twice before in two updates, so it's time we had another one because there's been some rather exciting developments. Well, time for another ant update, checking on the progress of the colonies that I have, but we're just going to concentrate on the Lasius niger queens and their developing brood in this video. I may show you the Camponatus ligniperda queen, but we'll have a look at the first 3 tubes of Lasius niger. There has been some development, and as you can see, these 3 queens all have a number of brood now. The middle tube, that queen has the most workers. The new workers are smaller than those Lasius niger ants that you would typically see wandering around your garden and on your yard and sometimes in your house. But I'm overjoyed at the progress of these. They've done really well. This is the most successful I've ever been with ants, and the test tube method is clearly the method to go if you're looking at ever rearing and producing a colony of ants of your own. Unfortunately, you'll have to wait till next year now if you want to catch a queen, but these are doing really well. They have been fed fairly recently. I put in a small cut section of grape and they've thrived on it. The females, as you can see, their abdomens are extended, so they're full of eggs. Everything is looking really good for these 3. I don't want to keep them in the light for too long, but we'll show you the other 2 Lasius niger queens here. And these are a little bit behind, but these were collected slightly later than the first 3. But their brood is developing. They've both got a number of pupa and of larvae and still some eggs in that middle test tube. You may well just be able to make out some eggs, but the feeding of the grape the other day has clearly done them a great amount of good, and it's helped them. And it's the first time that I have fed them because we're approaching the hibernation period, and I want these bottom 2 to have some brood. It's the hibernation period that's the tricky bit, so I need to ensure that the colonies are well fed before probably overwintering them outside in the shed. I don't know yet. Sometimes the house or this back room is cool enough for hibernation, but I want them to have a proper state of torpidness. You can't keep these going through the winter. They need a period of cold weather and hibernation. So everything is going really well with these. I'll just show you these first 2. That's a middle queen. She's got what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 workers by the looks of it. Another 3 pupa to hatch. All looking really well. And the queens, since I fed them, yeah, their abdomens they've had a good feed. Clearly their abdomens are really swollen now, so everything is looking okay for these. So that's the Lasius niger queens. So the one most people want to see then is this beauty. Her brood doesn't appear to have changed, but she's more active now actually. She had a feed the other day, and this is of course is Camponotus ligniperda, and she's over an inch long. She's about 30 mil long, this queen. The workers are also equally as large, but not as large as the queen obviously. But in terms of brood, she's not made any progress at all really that I can determine. The larva might have grown a little bit, but she certainly seems healthy enough. There's been no eggs laid, at least eggs that I can see. But what an impressive ant that is. So I thought I'd just show you her. And I need to cover them up now and put them back. But I just thought I'd show you and share with you an update on how things were going in Test Tube City. Well, there we are. The latest update on the developing Lasius niger colonies. It's a shame that the Camponotus ligniperda brood doesn't appear to be growing, but hopefully she'll start laying eggs at some time. Maybe, probably now, not until next spring. But there's the difficult period of hibernation to get all these ants through. Something I've never done before, but there's plenty of information out there. So hopefully I can get the conditions right, but it's basically a case of gradually lowering the temperature, and then they'll go into a period of dormancy over the winter months and hopefully come through unscathed sometime next March, and then we can get them inside and get them warmed up again, and hopefully the colonies will all continue to develop. So until the next update.